know that our world revolves around projects. If you're a student, you are likely doing projects at school and in your day-to-day life, for example, when you plan a trip. And you will certainly be asked to manage projects at work, even if you work in such fields as marketing, finance, or in more centric project industries like construction. It's also a skill that is sought after by employers, which makes it a good skill to have when graduating. Kickoff can help you learn the basics of project management in under 1 hour. It's a free digital course and toolkit that can help you launch and manage a project to its finish, and the course can be done in just 45 minutes. Individuals taking Kickoff will gain an understanding of the foundational project management knowledge, terminology, and get tips and tricks for project success. Kickoff offers 2 courses, an Agile course covering the Agile or iterative approach, and a Waterfall or more traditional and predictive approach. You can take the one that suits your current project best if you are working on one, or take both courses. And if you are not familiar with what Agile and Waterfall approaches are, I'm going to take a few minutes to explain. So both Waterfall and Agile approaches involve working with a team of people to deliver a product, service, process, or system that will help an organization in some way. The key difference is how the work gets done. With Agile, the team starts with the basic understanding of what must be built and how those various features will be used. They quickly start working on a prototype that can be reviewed with the customer to gain feedback. The feedback is incorporated and the prototype is updated and reviewed again. During the process, the customer may realize that they need something a bit different, or the team may find better ways of building it. The Agile approach works well for projects where there is uncertainty about what is needed and how to build it, and it's common in software development, but has been increasingly adopted in other industries and professions. With Waterfall, the team breaks the project down into phases, each one following the other. This includes requirements gathering, breaking down and sequencing the work, creating the schedule and risk mitigation plans, and aligning with key individuals invested in the project. The team then carries out the plan and completes the work, tracking progress and measuring success while staying aligned with those key individuals who care about the outcomes. The Waterfall approach works best when there is a good understanding of what's needed, and there aren't likely to be many changes. It's often used in the construction industry as well as regulated environments. So as I mentioned previously, you can choose to take the Agile course or the Waterfall course or both courses if you want to get familiar with both approaches. Continuing with what Kickoff offers, the content in Kickoff is bite-sized and easy to absorb, and is also reinforced by engaging activities at the end of most lessons to make the material more enjoyable. You can also find downloadable templates with most of the lessons. This can be used immediately to the project that you are working on. With each lesson, you will also find good questions to ask, and these are questions to ask yourself, your project sponsor, or questions to ask your team as you move through each stage of the project. During the course, you will notice that key terms are highlighted, and you can click on them to see their definition, or you can consult the key terms glossary. This can help you and all team members that go through Kickoff to use a common language. And finally, when you complete the Agile and Waterfall courses, you get a badge that you can share with your networks to highlight your accomplishment. In order to access Kickoff, you can use the QR code that you see on your screen. This will take you to the Kickoff landing page, and from here you can launch the application. And I will show you just what you need to do in order to access it. So this is the screen that you will first see when trying to access Kickoff. In order to access the courses, you need to have PMI credentials, meaning you need to have an account on PMI.org. If not, you will need to create a free account, and you will need to answer just a few questions, which won't take more than 1 minute. You will then have to agree to the terms and conditions, and then you will be able to access Kickoff. Now, as a first-time user in Kickoff, you will be asked to answer a few questions, And that is for the application to recommend a learning path for you, either the waterfall course or the agile course, depending on your answers. So I'm going to take you through these questions, show you what you will be asked. You will see it's really simple, and you will be able to get Kickoff shortly after. So the questions are, do you have a project that you're working on? Yes, if you have, if you will have soon. If you're unsure, that's fine. You can click on sure, or you can click no. Then we would like to know which of the following best describes the work that you're doing on that specific project. Is it maybe a software project? Is in the marketing field, healthcare, and so on? We will want to know if your project or product has a clear beginning and end point, and if the final deliverable, product, or service is undefined or changing. And then there are a couple of questions just because we want to learn more about who is utilizing Kickoff. If you would like to share with us what organization or academic institution you are affiliated with. And we would be also interested to know how you heard about Kickoff. Again, based on your answers, the application will recommend one of the courses. So either the agile iterative approach or the waterfall predictive approach. So after you finish this assessment, you will go straight into Kickoff. And in one moment, I will actually jump into the application and show you how it works and how to use it. All right, and welcome to the application. As you can see, the first time when you access the application, there is a tutorial to show you how the application works. But this demo is a tutorial of sorts, so for now we're going to skip the tutorial. As you can see here at the top of the screen, we are currently in the Agile course. And if we would like to switch to the Waterfall course, you can do that with just clicking a button here, switch to the Waterfall course, and right now we are in the course. As you can see, both courses, Agile and Waterfall, have the same look and feel, and they have also the same structure to follow, so it's really easy to switch from one course to the other. Now, on the left side of the screen, you can see the modules of the Waterfall course. So as you can see, there's an introduction, another module is getting it up and running, planning your project work, getting the work done, and closing your project. Each module has a few lessons underneath, some less, some more. Now, you are welcome to click through the lessons, and specifically if you're interested in one specific topic, you can absolutely click on that topic and get all the knowledge. However, specifically if you are new to project management, we do recommend going through the lessons sequentially, as it will help you better understand the course. You can see here next to each lesson there is a star, and in my case the star is yellow, and that means that the lesson has been completed. Now, because I went through all of the lessons, you can see that all of my stars are yellow, but in your case this will be a good way to track your progress through the course by seeing which lessons you have completed and which lessons you have not. Similarly, the circle next to the modules will also turn yellow once all the lessons will be completed, so you can track your progress in the application. Now, again, if you don't have all the lessons completed, you will also be able to see here at the top a button that will help you track progress towards your badge, so towards completing the course. So it will tell you in percentage how much of the course you have completed at that specific moment. Another thing that I would like to point out is that all of the lessons in the course follow the same structure. So all of the lessons will start with the goal. So, for example, in this first lesson, it's all about aligning people and objectives. And so you know that the goal here will be to be on the same page as your stakeholders and your project sponsor. Then you will have things to keep in mind. So here, in this case, where to begin, what you need to do, and those good questions to ask that I mentioned during the presentation. And these are really important, specifically if you are new to running a project or being part of the project team, because there is nothing worse than, for example, ending a meeting with important people, with your sponsor, for example, and figuring out that you don't have all the information that you need because you forgot to ask something. So by going through the good questions to ask at each stage of the project, you can make sure that you are prepared for the meetings with your sponsors, your team, and your other stakeholders. Then we have ways to get it done. So in this case, for this specific lesson, this is by creating a project charter. And you also have here a template of the project charter. So if you click download template, the template will immediately download into your computer and you can access it and see the template, in this case, of a project charter. And then we have an activity which actually shows you how to populate a project charter. And that's something that we're going to go through together, at least the first few steps of it, so that you can see. But as I mentioned, all of the courses, all of the lessons in the course follow the same structure. So whatever lesson you click on, you will see it will start with the goal, things to keep in mind, ways to get it done, and an activity. And as I mentioned during the presentation, the key terms you can see are highlighted. So if you are newer to project management, this is the first time that you're going through a project management course, you might not be familiar with all the terminology. So if you don't know, for example, what a schedule is in this case, you can click and you can see the definition of a project schedule. The same with dependencies and all other terms that are highlighted in the course. Now, for the activity, you will see that majority of the lessons do have activities. And obviously, in order to have an activity, you need to have a project example that you can work with. So you will see at the beginning of each activity, there is this button called What's My Project? And if you click on it, you will see what the project example is that we are using throughout the waterfall course. So here you recently joined a product development team that has been tasked with creating an automated garden box that uses live weather data to keep the plants inside it happy. And your team nicknamed the product the GrowBot. So this is the project that you will be referencing throughout the course and throughout all of the activities. So you will get a reminder of it at the beginning of each activity, and it will be really easy for consistency reasons that it is just one project, so there won't be any confusion created. So if you continue, you will see the first activity, it's a drag and drop. We're talking about project objectives. So in this activity, you will have to drag and drop what the project goals are. So we're going to drag the goal that I think is correct. You will see it's green, so you will know automatically that this is the correct goal. Nice work, we did good. We have the project objectives. And next, the next step in creating a project charter is identifying the project requirements. Again, dragging and dropping what we think are the requirements for this project. I would say auto water mechanism, auto shade protection, auto temperature control. I'm not sure about this option. I'm going to try to drag it. Oops, it's red, so that means it's not correct. So I have my 3 requirements. Gonna hit continue, and as you can see, until the end of the activity, we will have the project charter completed. I won't spend time right now during this demo to go through all of the activities, but it's the same for this specific activity, the same drag and drop. You will see some of the other activities will be different. You might be asked to select a correct answer, for example. So each activity is different, but its aim is really to help you understand that lesson better. And if there is a template to show you how to utilize it. I also want to show you this hamburger menu here that might be helpful to you. For example, if you found the course useful and you want to share it, there's a button here that allows you to do that, so you can share the course on different social media platforms. And the same with your badges. So once you have earned your badges, you can download them or you can share them with the buttons here. Also, the key terms are all listed under this window. So for example, if you even finish the course, but there are some terms that you are running across and you don't know their definition, you don't have to go through all of the lessons to find those specific terms. You can come here in the hamburger menu to the key terms and you can find all the key terms, in this case, in the waterfall course. You can click on them and you will see their definition. That's the same with all of the templates. So if you want to download all of the templates, you can find them all in one place. Here you can see all of the lessons with the respective templates. If that lesson has a template, and they're all in one place from where you can download them from. The same with the questions to ask. They're all summarized in here, so you can either go lesson by lesson to see them, or if you want to quickly get back to them for inspiration, you can find them all within one place. And lastly, I also wanted to mention that Kickoff is available in several languages. So here we have the English version of Kickoff, but you can also take Kickoff in Spanish, in Simplified Chinese, in Brazilian Portuguese, and in French. And this is where you can switch the languages in Kickoff. Kickoff is also available to be taken on desktop, on mobile, or on tablet. So it's responsive on all of them. So depending what suits you best, you can take Kickoff on your computer, on your phone, or on your tablet. I hope this was helpful. I hope you will enjoy Kickoff, and let us know what you think. Thank you.